I'm fine now. It just.
Oh, yeah, let's do a sound check right quick. All right, all right. I know I can hear a little bit. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Can you hear me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got you, but you're still low. Keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All
1.
right. Am I really, really loud for you?
You're a little bit, yeah. You're close to the red. I'd talk again.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the actual level. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. There we go. Cool. At least I can hear you and you can hear me.
So that's the levels. That's not 10 o'clock. That's like 2 o'clock.
Vandalia Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fort Zumwalt North High School. And tonight's matchup, we have your Fort Zumwalt North Panthers taking on, for the first time, the North Point Grizzlies. My name's Tom Hartbeck. I am alongside Eric Gallahan for this one, and it is two schools who start their season 0-1. Zumwalt North blanked by Howell last week, and then, well, it was not great for North Point either, Eric, and you were at that game.
Yeah, I was at that game, and North Point just struggled to get anything going offensively. And if you're Zumwalt North, you've got to just let that game last week go, take advantage of the lack of offense that North Point put together, and just run the ball.
And also, when I look up and down this North roster, there are a lot of newcomers.
Yep.
And also a lot of seniors as well. You've got a senior-laden defense, and even on the starters, Alex Goki, Colin LaBelle, Andy Guthrie, P.J. Henderson, Braden Miller, Carter Madare, D.J. Jones. They're all starting seniors on defense. And as opposed to the offensive side, you only have 6 starting seniors as well on the offense. So you're still going to see a senior-laden team this year, but they just don't have that line up front right now. They got to gel a little bit in this game, and that leads us in to the Vandalia Bus Lines pregame show. If you're just joining us, my name's Tom Hartbeck, and alongside Eric Gallahan, and the Athletic Republic keys to the game. Eric, right now it's just both these teams need to right the ship.
Yeah, definitely. You're at home again. You got a team that's, again, not as good as Howell. It's a confidence builder type game. This is a game we can run the ball. We can get your offensive line together. Since you said they struggled last week, so this is definitely a game you can get right back on track going into the game after. And
North Point took on Francis Howell North last week. That was a good game for a while, and then Francis Howell North kind of took control. Yeah, it was a tight game really throughout the whole all the way through the third quarter. It was 7-0. North Point was trailing at halftime, and then Francis Howell North was able to get a couple scores on the board, and North Point really couldn't catch back up. And that's what Zumwalt North has to do. They just got to get ahead, burn the clock, and keep the ball out of North Point's hands. And this should be a chance for Zumwalt North to right the ship in this season and get on the winning track, as they have Zumwalt East next week on the road. And as we get started here, this is the Vandalia Bus Lines pregame show. Also, this game brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar. Thank you very much if you're watching from over there. Good evening, and we hope you have a very pleasant one. Starters on offense for your Panthers. The big men up front: tackle Austin Bauer, a junior, 6 foot, 205 pounds. The guard, Mike Lumley, a senior, 5'10", 230. The center, the field general on the offensive line, a senior at 6'4", 240-pound Alex Goki. Tommy Helmbrock will be the other guard, a junior at 6'1", 225. J.P. Pullman, a sophomore, 5'11", rounds out the right side tackle. The wide receivers: Shane Osman, Mark Futrell, Braden Miller, Maurice Hamilton. The running backs: D.J. Jones, Shane Pruitt, Andy Guthrie. They will see significant time under center. And then Connor O'Neill will man his troops from under center as the quarterback. We'll get the starters for defense when we see them first. But normally, if North wins the toss, they will elect to receive.
and take the points.
You definitely want to get the points early on a team like this. If you win it, you got to definitely take the ball.
And another Athletic Republic key to the game, it's wet.
It's been raining all day.
It's been raining like this off and on. Small showers, not much in terms of lightning. We should get this game in. And Eric, you being a weather guru and an ex-football player, I might add.
Yep.
This is fun to play in, but it's also very crucial. You got to hang on to that pigskin.
Yeah, this is fun to play in because it kind of this old saying, it gets the juices flowing a little bit. So you got that extra energy into it. But yeah, you got to hold on to the ball. That's a key to any team, really. It's holding on to the ball, and especially Zumwalt North that likes to run the ball a lot. You got to make sure you hold on to the ball for sure.
Well, they run the spread option offense, and you will see that in plenty of form if you did not catch the Zumwalt North Howell game last week. But it is reset, recharge, rebuild, and reload for the Panthers this season as the captains Braden Miller, Connor O'Neill, Andy Guthrie, and P.J. Henderson head out to take the coin toss. Zumwalt North will be in white with green jerseys, white helmets. And on the far sideline, as you may see, North Point in all white with royal blue and orange trim. A brand new high school in the Wentzville School District. And this is also their first year playing football. Only 4 seniors on their roster. Their quarterback listed is a sophomore, Gregory Hoyt. So Zumwalt North will take the ball and receive to start. As we get set for football here. 6:57, 72 degrees. The high today was 82, a low of 66. And right now it is showering outside, 72, and it should stay like this throughout the game. We might dip into the 60s as we get towards the fourth quarter.
Dare I say we might get a little bit of a fall chill by the end of the game?
Maybe. It's only week 2, but you know what? In a couple of weeks, you're going to hit, the end of September and then maybe even into October.
I mean, I'm looking off to the northwest. There's a little bit of clearing. We might even clear up by halftime here. We'll see what happens with that. And when that stuff clears out, you get that coolness. That speaking of getting the juices flowing, that'll get to the juices flowing
yes,
a little
that
bit.
will.
That cool weather.
Yeah, cool weather and football, always a good mix here. And let's give a little bit of background. First time Eric's in the booth for us here on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. Former Howell North nose tackle and defensive lineman. You went through a lot at Howell North, let's just say that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Seeing leads on the board was not something I was used to.
Yeah.
It was always, 14-0, we're trailing. Oh boy, this game's over. So this is different for me. You got Zumwalt North. That's typically a pretty good program the last handful of years. So this is new territory for me. I'm excited for it.
So it should be good. And back deep to receive is Mark Vitrell, Braden Miller, and on the far side, DJ Jones. 12 minutes on the clock. North Point with a staggered kickoff formation, 3-by-3, and they'll kick it deep. It is long and out of bounds off the chest of Mark Vitrell at the 9.
I would have almost let that go. That looked like that was curving out of bounds. You got the ball in the 40.
Yeah, it looked like it was, but it was also catchable, and Mark just kind of caught it with his chest rather than his hands, and it slipped out of there, but shouldn't be too bad. North normally doesn't get phased in this set.
Well, what were we talking about? Hold on to the ball.
I agree.
Got to hold on to the ball.
So 5 seconds elapsed, first down and 10. They give it to him at the 10-yard line. Connor O'Neill comes out with 3 wide receivers and 1 bunched in on the near side. Hamilton at the bottom of your screen. 1 man in motion. Handoff, DJ Jones hits a hole. Has some room. Scampers away down the sideline to the 30, 40.
He's gone.
Down to the 50. Down to the 40, 30. Foot race, 20, 10, 5. To the house. yards!
Could you start the game any better than that? That's about as fast and high paced as you could start a game.
90 yards for DJ Jones. Talk about shaking off last week. But a flag on the field, and it's holding around the 45.
Oh,
and
man.
Coach Bacon is not happy.
That's a killer because he was gone. There was no one within 5 yards of him. That hurts.
That does hurt. Oy, oy. So that brings it back. Still a decent gain.
I mean, it was a great setup right away. You had pulling offensive linemen out of that, and that gap was probably 3 or 4 yards wide when he received the ball, and it got wider throughout.
So that brings them back. They marked them at about the 28-yard line. Tough break for DJ Jones. Still a first down, though. And we'll reset. What a run, though.
Oh, he put on the afterburners.
He did. DJ, a backup to Chris Futrell the past couple of years. Now the starting job, Mark Futrell's brother. Miller, the man in motion, gets the handoff. No, keeper by O'Neal as he pulls it down.
Good fake.
Across the 40, across the 45.
That was a good read option there. Held onto the ball, he kept it, got 15 yards out of that.
Yeah, that happens rather a lot in this North offense if you're not used to watching it. Connor O'Neal, very shifty, not a throwing quarterback as much as we've seen in recent years. More so towards Cairo Payne, but does not have the explosive speed, so he's got to really follow his blockers and be selective how he makes decisions. Miller again, man in motion, bad snap, got to pick it up, and he'll just fall down. That's the second time that's happened this season. So that knocks North back a ways. Officially second down and 23 is what we see. So can the Panthers open up the pass playbook here a little bit? 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Connor rolling. This is going to be a pitch play. Gets it out. Across the 40. Andy Guthrie on the run.
That was a good gain of 5-6 yards to recover a little bit, but you still got a long way to go. 3rd and long now.
Yeah, when you're in this 3rd and 17 situation on the 39, this is where in the past couple of years, North's been able to air it out a little bit. They had Peyton Hooker last year, Jack Newcomb the year before that, Cairo Payne before that. But Payne had such electric speed, you weren't too worried, and could also throw a little bit. 3 wide outs, Braden Miller, the man in motion. It's a sweep play to Miller. Still does not get the first. Going to be about 4th and 3. Just across the 50. Does not look like the Panthers will punt here.
I was going to say, you've been moving the ball, with the exception of a couple misplays. Whenever you've run the play correctly, you've gained at least 10 yards on most plays. You got to go for this here. Why not?
4th down and 5. They mark him at the 49-yard line.
Uh-oh.
And then they mark it back. I didn't even see the flag come in.
I never saw it. It's on the far side of the field.
Holding on the offense. Looks like they will replay 3rd down. 3rd down and a mile.
Yep, that's about 3rd down and 30. 33.
They mark it at the 29, 9:50 to go here in the first quarter. Just joining us, my name's Tom Hartbeck alongside Eric Callahan and our cameraman Gavin Anderson today. 4 wideouts for Connor O'Neal. He's got DJ Jones in the backfield. Hamilton, the man in motion. O'Neal going to tuck it himself. What was that?
Well, I guess you're so far away from the first down, you don't want to make any mistakes. Then you can punt the ball and try to pin them around the 30.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. And, again, this is where the missing of Peyton Hoker from last year comes in. Peyton was very much able to scramble out of the pocket, set his feet, and throw. Connor, not so much. He's more of a running quarterback, or a scat quarterback, I like to call. 4th down and long. Good punt, end over end. Fair catch called for at the 30, and that's where they'll start. The receive was Joel Massey, sophomore for the Grizzlies, as we see their first stint on offense. Starters on defense for the Panthers. The defensive line, Alex Goki. Colin LaBelle is the nose tackle. Austin Bauer, defensive end. The linebackers, Shane Pruitt, Jake Sweenton, Andy Guthrie, P.J. Henderson on the outside. He's going to be the captain on the field. Braden Miller, Carter Madare, D.J. Jones, and Sean Robinson round out the secondary. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 8:53 on the clock. Panthers show blitz. Man in motion far side. Pulling it down and not going much of anywhere was Aeneas Smith.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember North Point doing last week. A lot of handoffs. So if you can control the line of scrimmage, you definitely have the advantage in this game. Not many. North Point might have passed the ball 5 times all night last week. So it's a pretty obvious thing what you have to do for Zumwalt North defensively.
Smith checks out of the game. North shows blitz once more, stacking the box, handoff to the running back. Not much of any room. D.J. Jones got in from behind, and so did a couple other Panthers. Loss of 3 by Riley Deslate. That sun just peeking over the trees a little bit, giving a nice golden hour look to the field.
That's going to make a nice sunset in about 20 minutes.
Yes, it is. 3rd down and 12 from the 29.
Well, first 2 plays of the game, Zumwalt North has controlled the line of scrimmage. Like you said, 3rd and 12. Let's see them do it again.
3rd and 12. Hoyt in the shotgun. They show blitz. Back to pass. Throws it long over everybody's head. And incomplete, 4th down.
Well, that was definitely a miscommunication. That ball was 15 yards down the field from the receiver.
And Hoyt looks like he's got a decent arm.
Didn't have a lot of time to throw it, though.
No, he didn't. And you've got good outside linebackers. That is a cornerstone of Zumwalt North defense. Shane Pruitt and P.J. Henderson, kind of the stalwarts back there. Line drive punt, bouncing, and they'll just let this one be downed just shy of the 35-yard line, in between the 35 and 40.
Good field position. And that was a good defensive stop. I mean, especially when you made the few plays on offense and then you struggled and got pinned back. That's exactly what your defense needs to do, get you the ball back and get another shot at it.
And North's weaknesses, Eric, in recent years has been their line. That's where they've really come to grips with the Jacksons, the Carthages, the Howells, the Holtz.
Where they get outmanned and outsized.
4 wideouts again. DJ Jones hits the hole into the secondary. 1st down and gets 17.
Man, lost his balance. Otherwise, he was gone.
Yeah, it's going to be slick out there the whole game, though.
Oh, yeah.
And we found out before game time today, new turf coming for Zumwalt North.
Yeah, we were talking about that a lot before we came on. The turf definitely is going to play a factor. Those grass blades are really short and really worn down. It's going to make slick conditions.
As soon as soccer and football season are done with, new turf for the Panthers.
Yeah, that'll be early November.
Here's O'Neal, the pitch play.
Beautiful.
With some room. Guthrie, 40, 30, 25, 20, and dragged down inside the red zone.
I feel like a broken record. That was another great read by O'Neal. I mean, that's textbook right there.
Well, that's what's going to win you a starting job in a Joe Bacon offense.
Oh, yeah.
Can you make the pitch on the option?
You've got to be able to read the field. If he's coming in tight, you pitch it out. If he's staying out wide, the outside linebackers or the defensive linemen, you hand it off. You got to have the good awareness and good eyesight, and he looks like he has that so far.
And also, I mean, Joe Bacon has a Val Catholic coaching tree, so you're going to see this offense.
Val Catholic, yeah, for sure.
3 wideouts.
Oh,
Bad
boy.
snap. O'Neal
Get on it.
falls down. Second time that's happened.
They might want to, I'm not sure if it's in their playbook or not, but that's the second time that's happened. We're halfway into the first quarter. They might want to run it under shotgun if that ball is slick.
Third time it's happened this year. Last game, it turned into a touchdown for the Panthers. And we're going to take a quick break. Nothing our score. Panthers in enemy territory. We'll be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. Another bad snap. O'Neal somehow able to grab it and then is dragged down on the midfield logo.
Well, that's too bad. Back-to-back plays. Now you've got third and a third of the field or more now. You were on North Point's 20.
Yeah, you were going in for a score, and now you're just trying to get within range here. And now you're even in that gray area of do you punt or do you just go for it. 3rd down and 38 from the 47-yard line. Goki under center. Miller, the man in motion to the far side. Oh, reverse play. It's DJ Jones to the 50, 40, down to the 30 almost, and he cuts it in half.
Another flag.
Holding on the offense.
Boy, he can't catch a break. That's the 3rd time that's happened, and they've had a holding call.
And Coach Bacon
he's got to be mad.
Yeah, when he takes that headset off and puts it on his shoulders for a minute, he's angry.
It's a yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. As a player, that's what when the coach got mad, it was yes, sir, yes, sir. No matter what he said, it was yes, sir.
So after the penalty, way back, penalty declined. 4th down for the Panthers. Nothing our score. First play went for a touchdown, and after that, nothing else really has happened. 4th down and 22 from the 31-yard line. Panthers will go for it. Guthrie in the backfield as the running back. Hamilton to the bottom of your screen. Osman to the top. O'Neal back to pass, rolling far side. Throws it deep into the end zone. Incomplete. The fans want PI. And it was right in front of the ref. And the guys in white got away with one.
Wow, it's such a hard judgment call, but from up here, that looked like a lot of contact.
It did, and also he certainly had the opportunity to catch it. You can't call that uncatchable because it hit him in the hands.
Yeah, but the problem was that ball was coming to him when he was already in the end zone. If you're going to do something like that, you got to make sure that ball is in his hands when he's in the end zone. He was waiting for the ball.
So 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies on the 31-yard line. They show 4 wide receivers. Panthers stack the box. Back to pass, looking. Caught in the flat, only maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. A nice little pitch and catch by Greg Hoyt. Aeneas Smith was the receiver on the play, and that'll move the ball a little bit. They give him 4 yards on the play, 2nd down and 6, with 4 minutes to go here.
I thought it was only like a yard or 2.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got much.
Oh, boy. Well, the official's on somebody.
And P.J. Henderson is being walked to the sideline. And he is incensed. And so is Coach Bacon.
Well, it looks like the official is upset. It's like he was the guy was mouthing with the official, and he's talking to the coach about it. It's hard to tell, though.
And it also looked like the coach looked like he pointed at all the coaches. So checking into the game for PJ was Shane Pruitt on the play. And I'm wondering if P.J. Henderson has been kicked out of this game.
I mean, with the way the official was on him. Now he's back out
yeah,
there.
now he's coming back in.
I don't know. That was weird. I've never seen that before. Typically, when it's something like that, it's an equipment issue, and the official just kindly gets him off the field. That was odd.
That's very odd. That seems like a power trip to me.
Mm-hmm.
So P.J. checks back in. 3rd down and 6 from the 35. He pinches in toward the line on the far side. Panthers stack the box. Back to pass is Hoyt. And incomplete.
Boy, that was a tight window to throw that. But again, that shows the defensive line's getting really good pressure on the quarterback if he has to make split-second decisions and quick throws like that.
Could we see a rainbow here maybe?
I'm telling you, man, that's a gorgeous sunset.
That's a very good sunset.
Sunset's about 7:30, so we'll see how that looks at the end of the quarter.
4th and 6, they show punt. Back deep is Braden Miller. The punt is away. Caught.
Returnable.
Which way will he go? He's going to go up the middle. Now shaded to the far side and then be dragged down just past the 35.
Once again, pretty good field position. You just got to make sure you get your plays in there, let your plays run properly and make sure that center's getting the snaps off. And because, again, when the center's got the snaps off properly, they've run the plays very well.
So Connor O'Neill sent in by Coach Bacon with 3:29 to go here. Nothing our score. Panthers been shot in the foot by bad snaps and penalties. Grizzlies haven't been able to move the ball. 3 wideouts. O'Neill gonna straight up keep it himself. Almost gets a block. Was able to make something out of it and get maybe 5.
That's he got something out of nothing. That was a missed block by number 6 down there, and he was able to juke out the defender. Number 6, that's Andrew Guthrie, and O'Neill was able to juke that defender and make a good play out of it.
They give him 6 on the play. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Still nothing our score. Panthers on the move on the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 4. 2:50 on the clock. They show 4 wideouts. Henderson sets up as a tight end. Now Miller, the man in motion, going to be a handoff to Guthrie. And he might have the first. It's going to be close.
Looks like he's past the yard marker, first down marker by a yard. So that's a first down.
So that will move the chains. I like the Zumwalt North student section. Looks like it's jersey themed tonight, and I see a Marshall Falk Rams jersey. How about that?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. It's oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'm looking down there right now.
A lot of these kids in high school almost don't remember the Rams.
No kidding. That was 7 years ago already.
Here is O'Neill going to keep it himself into the secondary. First down and more. He's got some room to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5.
There it is.
Pylon into the end zone.
Yeah, but I saw a block in the back, it looks like. Flag on the play right around the 5. Boy,
He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling across that line, but he gets flagged with a block in the back. And again, it's shooting yourself in the foot.
Another play, man. That's crazy. The good news is they get the ball. Let's see, where is he going to mark that off at? 20, 19.
When you were playing football, was there someone on the sideline keeping track of how many penalties were called, and that had a consequence in practice?
Oh, yeah. We had a big hill behind our stadium, and for every penalty, we had to go up and down that hill. And we probably had to do that 10 times on Monday.
1st and 10 from the 19. Panthers show 4 wideouts. O'Neal, another bad snap, just going to fall on it. Somebody get him some gloves.
Yeah, no kidding. Like I said, I think that if they have the chance, they need to go under center.
You're not going to see that much in a Coach Bacon offense.
Oh, man. Well, it's killing them, though.
What you can see is possibly 2 running backs in the backfield. They've ran that before. That's their quote-unquote monster formation.
Yeah.
And maybe shade the running backs back behind the quarterback.
It's more protection in case of a drop snap or something. That's not a bad idea.
O'Neal.
Nice
Gets
pitch.
the pitch out. DJ Jones, 20, 10, 5, just short.
On the 1.
I have been this close to calling a touchdown. I have not called one this year yet. Year 4 here of Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. Came on the scene in 19 with Cairo Payne. Then we saw Jack Newcomb and company. They were very good. And then Peyton Hoker last year. Connor O'Neal comes set. They mark him at the 2. Under a minute to go here. Braden Miller is the blocker. Andy Guthrie is in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. It's 6-0.
I was going to say they got to get this right before the quarter. 39.6 left. That's a good score there.
Connor Madare will hold. Noah Page will come on to kick. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 is the score. The Panthers have the lead with 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific, one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. My name's Tom Hartbeck. I'm alongside Eric Callahan. Gavin Anderson is our cameraman today. And it's 7-0 Panthers here with 39.6 seconds left in the first quarter. And it probably should be a lot more lopsided than it shows on the scoreboard, Eric.
Yeah, but it's in the past now. You just got to move on. And you got the lead. Play well on defense, get the ball back, and score again and act like it didn't happen.
And so we get set to kick. You can just see on the top of your screen now, folks, that sun breaking out. Noah Page boots it deep. It's a short one down to the 20. And Russell down into the 35.
Another flag.
Flag, flag, flag. Penalties on North Point, so that'll knock them back a bit.
That's good.
7-0 Panthers. Holding on North Point, that puts them back. And it puts them on the 24. First down and 10. 3 timeouts left for North Point, 2 for Zumwalt North. The Grizzlies break the huddle and come out with 4 wide receivers. 1 is a tight end. Panthers stack the box. Here they come. It's a handoff to the running back. That is, I believe, Aeneas Smith. And he maybe gets 2 or 3.
Yep, stacking the box. That's what you got to do. That's just a good read by the running back, getting a couple yards out of that, because they were like 5 or 6 green jerseys in the backfield when that ball was handed off.
And that will end the first quarter. So at the end of 1, Panthers 7, Grizzlies nothing. And man, oh man, do the Panthers have the rust shaken off. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. My name's Tom Hartbeck. I'm alongside Eric Callahan. Gavin Anderson's our cameraman. It's 7-0. The Panthers are on top of the Grizzlies of North Point. 2nd down and 7 for North Point in their own territory on the 26-yard line. They show blitz. Bad snap. And who gets first touch on that sack? Looks like it is Shane Pruitt.
Another flag.
But flags coming in late. And P.J. Henderson once again being talked to by the referees. Hoyt Gregory sacked on the play. And now we're getting an explanation to both coaches. Flag around the 30. Looks like this is on Zumwalt North as they are walking back. And Coach Bacon looking none too happy on that sideline with the line judge. And it looks like this was a dead ball foul. $15-yard penalty makes it 3rd down and 1 from the 33.
Boy, that hurts because you had North Point 5 yards in the backfield on the bad snap.
As we get set, North Point 3rd down and 1 from the 33-yard line, 11:33 on the clock. Gregory to the line, trying to fall through, and looks like he will move the chains. Well, that's one way to run a quarterback sneak.
Yep. Just punch it right up the middle.
Cotton candy sky out now. I think that's what you call it in the weather term, right?
It's sometimes. That's kind of the slang term for it, yeah.
And it is still also raining pretty good. Umbrellas are out in the stands. Gregory going to tuck it and run. Has the first.
Another run by the quarterback right up the middle.
Yeah, a lot of quarterback running in Class 5. And Class 4, for that matter, too.
Yep.
That's the thing. In Missouri, you see a lot of different styles of football. 1, 2, and 3, you're going to see maybe the Navy-style offense a little more. It's going to be kind of crazy. 4, 3 and 4, you'll see, the spread offense, but it'll be a lot of running, a lot of option. Gregory, little bullet pass over the middle and then wrecked.
Oh, man, yep. I was waiting for that. That's a hit to the head.
Sean Robinson with a great hit, but it looks like he led with his head.
Well, no, that's a credit to Trey Tronopol, though. He got right up. I thought he was going to lay down. He was rolling down there, but he popped right up.
And held on to the ball, too, I believe.
But, I mean, it was instant. Right when that hit was made, that flag came right out.
Personal foul.
Yep.
Robinson still on the field. And again, Coach Bacon having a word with that line judge referee.
Next thing you know, they're going to discuss where they're going to go to dinner after this. They basically talked about everything else. Hey, did you see that sunset out there? It's a nice sunset.
Yeah.
It's about everything else they've talked about, and we're barely into the second quarter.
1st and 10 from the 39. Gregory going to tuck it and run up the middle. Has a gain of maybe 7. And looks like North Point's finding a way to move the ball here a little bit.
Yep, run the ball, and an occasional pass. Zumwalt North has just got to control that line and keep Gregory in the backfield. Otherwise, they're going to struggle because that's how that kind of stuff works.
7-0 our score. 2nd down and 5 from the 34-yard line. 9:50 to go. Panthers show blitz. Gregory throws one out to the far side, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to tell if it's raining or not.
Well, I can kind of see it coming a little bit.
Yeah, the students, they don't bother the students at all. They're all no umbrellas. They're just going crazy with all the jerseys and all that. That's fantastic down there.
Nope, and I'm going to give some credit over to that North Point sideline. Look how many fans showed up for them.
It's like construction theme. They're all wearing the orange and yellow. That's kind of cool.
Trips to the near side for the Grizzlies. Gregory back to pass, throwing it over the middle. Hits off his
head
there we go. Intercepted across the 30.
No penalties.
To the 40, 50, down the sideline. Braden Miller to the 30, 20, 10. Will he get there? Touchdown, Panthers.
Well,
no flags.
That's great awareness on that tip ball to get the ball, because if he didn't get that ball back and that would have been a completed play, that could have been a touchdown for North Point. That's a huge break and a big. They took a big advantage of that to get that all the way back in. Pick 6 for a touchdown.
A pick 6 by Braden Miller off the hands of the intended receiver, and then probably 80 yards for the score.
Oh yeah, that might have been 85. That was close to those soccer lines down there, and that's close to the 10. That's the 4th pick 6 I've seen.
Wow.
I saw 3 last night. Howell North had 21 points, had 3 pick 6s.
Noah Page on to kick. 9:30 on the clock. Snap back, ball down, kick up. It is through the uprights and down Broadway. That makes it 14-0 Zumwalt North. And now maybe they can settle in a little bit as they got some cushion. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. My name's Tom Hartbeck alongside Eric Gallahan, and Gavin Anderson is our cameraman today. 14-0 Panthers with the lead as we are sitting in quarter number 2. My apologies, updating the scoreboard right now. There we go.
Yeah, like you said, they have a little bit of a lead now. Maybe they can shake off the early game jitters. That could have been what was causing those bad snaps. That always happens, the early game excitement and the jitters and the all that kind of stuff. Now you got a lead and you got time to play ball.
Well, I mean, last year it took the Panthers 3 games to really find their stride. Hopefully this year they can turn it around a little bit quicker.
Oh, that's a bad kick.
It's a shanked kick off the foot of Page. And it is still wet out there.
Yep.
I wonder if a football kicker probably wears soccer cleats.
Yeah.
I would think he would, because soccer cleats don't. A lot of them nowadays don't have laces.
Well,
they're slip-ons.
They're slip-ons and they're really light, so you can swing your foot really easy.
Yeah, and
that's what we had
up until about 15 years ago. Wasn't there still a guy who kicked barefoot?
I mean, there's no rule against it. I'm sure there was. I don't know.
1st and 10, ball on the 35. 4 wide receivers for Gregory and North Point. And then we get a whistle. Timeout by Zumwalt North. Will stay here. This game brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar, St. Charles Flying Service, Vandalia Bus Lines, and Athletic Republic. Thank you to all our sponsors, all of your support all season long. Bleachers Sports Bar out there on Highway P. Very good wings, very good pizza, and an all-around good time. If you're watching from Bleachers, thank you very much, and we'll be sure to get out there one day this season. 1st and 10 from the 35 when we get back to football here as the Panthers break the huddle. And now you almost have the cotton candy sky as we got some purple going on.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, that's a picture postcard type sunset. That's great.
4 wideouts. Panthers show blitz. Smith, the man in motion. He's going to pull it down to the far side.
Good contain.
2 or 3 Panthers get a touch on that one. Looked like Carter Madera was in to make the first contact.
Yeah, that's definitely how you do that. That was an outside run, and you got to make sure you get that outside and contain. And that was textbook. That was a loss of 4 on that. That was great.
Second down and 14. Ball on the 31 for the Grizzlies. 8:45 on the clock here in the second quarter. 4 widest outs. What am I saying? Wide outs. I gotta get it out.
It's like a grammar class.
Sally sells. Oh my God, I can't do it now. Anyway.
Boy, that's rough.
Yeah, it's not as rough as when we called the 4 overtime basketball game.
Oh, gosh.
Hazelwood Central and Francis Howell.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-wee. The Lindenwood Classic. Gregory back to pass, looking for a screen. Here comes the bull rush, C.J. Jones.
Oh. Yep, and there it is. That looked like it could have been intentional grounding. There came the flag.
D.J. Jones with the pursuit.
I'll tell you what, man, D.J. Jones is just an all-around heck of a player.
He is.
Fast.
He's very good. I would not be surprised if D.J. is one guy who is signing a letter of intent.
Because he doesn't
probably D2 would probably fit in good at a Lindenwood.
Oh, he would be great at Lindenwood because he doesn't have super height, and he's good size, but he's got really quick hands.
Of course, now
and he's fast.
Now here's the thing: these kids have a small D1 school they can aim for.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Lindenwood is just quick thought on Lindenwood for a second. Only D1 school in the area now.
Yeah,
they could basically lock the borders down on everybody.
Yeah, and
around here, the only competition they have is Wash U.
Yeah, and the last 2 D1 players to come from North. I guess if you don't count Chris Fattrell, who was a preferred walk-on and got on the team at Mizzou, you have Isaiah Hartrip, who ended up going to Missouri State, and Cairo Payne, who ended up going to Carbondale. Now, Lindenwood obviously got a long way to go before they compete with Missouri State and Carbondale. But still, I mean, when you're looking at the mid-major schools who don't really draw, top level talent, you can find some diamonds in the rough every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like, their starting quarterback has been Cade Brister. Their starting quarterback has been there for a long time.
Cade Brister, a former Zumwalt North Panther, probably one of the best players to ever come out of this school.
He took advantage of, I think he was redshirted his freshman year, and then he took advantage of the COVID year. This is his 6th year.
And he was also redshirted to Jesse Scoggins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Jesse Scoggins, who was a transfer from USC and then Arizona State, came to Lindenwood and basically went AWOL. I mean,
he had a few bad games. That was our freshman year. He had a few
Yeah.
bad games, and then he just lost it. He was done. That was weird.
and then it was Cade Brister's show after that.
Oh, my gosh.
3rd down and 37 for the Grizzlies. One man in motion to the far side. Play action pass.
Deep ball.
Gregory throws it long and incomplete.
That was good coverage there by Carter Meteor.
Test
kept,
1-2.
Kept one right with it. But again, that's another deep ball that North Point tried to throw and they couldn't complete it. You got good coverage down deep. You're not going to allow anything with them. Good arm, but not great reading on the quarterback's part.
4th down and 37 on the 18-yard line. North going to have some short field position here. Braden Miller is back deep, standing on, I'm going to say the 44.
Oh, that's
well short.
Beautiful field position.
And
Inside
it's
the
out.
40.
Yeah, about the 38-yard line.
So now you really have to take advantage of this. You struggled early. You're up by a couple of scores here. You're on North Point's side of the field. You've got about 8 minutes to go before halftime. This could really help your confidence going into the second half.
14-0 Zumwalt North here as they take over. After the punt, looks like they've kind of settled down a little bit. And even though you had a very, very tough game last week, and now I can attest to that, this is an update from our old buddy Mike Wagonect, who has moved on to greener pastures on the Prepcast Network. He is calling the Howell-Jackson game. Howell on top of Jackson, 21-7.
Wow. I'll tell you what, man. Howell had that 1 or 2 years where they struggled and they had the coaching change, but they are right back on track to where they were. Well, they won 10 or 11 games last year, and they didn't miss a step this offseason. I'm sure they have the big offensive tackles that they had, the big tree trunks and all that. Good offensive plays and all that kind of stuff. So
Might be able to hear the band warming up behind me. Drumline, always nice to hear. Bringing it down is Connor O'Neill across the field to the far side. Has the first down. Can he cut the corner? No, he cannot. He's brought down.
Flag on the play. I was watching.
This is 53 on.
I was watching Alex Geki, or Goki, I guess is how it's pronounced, and Goki and
Luke Gherkin.
Luke Gherkin for North Point, and they were wrestling it out a little on the field. And then right at the end, 53 kind of kicked him down, and that's when the flag came out.
Personal foul against North Point. Couple of scores from around the area. Ladue 3-0 in the second. They're winning right now. St. Mary's is up 21-0. And again, that Howell score.
That's amazing.
Howell up 21-7 on Jackson, the defending state champs. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Braden Miller to the top of your screen. Mark Vittrell to the bottom. DJ Jones is the slot man. Pitch play.
Good pitch.
This is Guthrie. Rumbles down to the 5.
Another good read by O'Neill. Got the pitch to Guthrie right as the D line came in. Good read again.
And as we get the play coming in here, 11 for us is Madare. For us is Madare. D-A-R like dare. Second down and 3. 7 minutes to go here. Handoff, rumbling forward. Andy Guthrie not going anywhere. And I will say this, the offense that Joe Bacon runs, Eric, it lends itself to slow developing plays.
Well, that's how the option always is.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I'm not a big proponent of this spread option because it doesn't, you have to have a great line and you have to have great athletes. North has great athletes, but they haven't had a great line recently, and sometimes it shoots them in the foot. Third down and 4 on the 7-yard line, 6:25.
Oh, another bad snap.
Who has it? North Point thinks they do.
Yep.
And they recover, so still 14-0. The Panthers drop one.
We were just talking about right before that play, and I was going to say those read options, they're dangerous. They can be dangerous, though, sometimes because it's got to be a perfectly run-type play, and if you have a miss handoff or a little bit of a miscommunication, turn the ball over, and there it is.
And as we look at the schedule, we got East next week. It's 14-0, but, I mean, based upon the penalties.
It should be like 28-0.
Called back, it should be 28-0. I think any coach on Zumwalt North will tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward, though, if you're playing a Washington, who this year is kind of a must-win game, it more than likely will be the GAC Central title game.
Well, again, we were talking about this before we came on. Washington is either really good or they're really bad.
Yeah.
And they either have one standout player that carries them for a while or they don't have anything. And if Washington doesn't have anything, then that's a game that Zumwalt North has to win.
Yeah.
They have to.
And you have East. Then you have, it's not long before you're playing Holt and Vashon, who are very good this year.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the high school season's under 2 months, the regular season. I mean, you only got a few games, and next thing you know, you're in October. It's crazy to think about how fast the high school season goes.
Second down and 14.
North Point taking a little bit of time here.
Yeah, they're slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember from last week. They didn't have much of a tempo.
Second down and 5. North stacks the box. Back to pass, Gregory throwing it and incomplete. Third down and 14. 5:26 on the clock. At halftime, we'll have a little bit of analysis, and we'll show you the Panther Pride Band. Third down and 14. Gregory in his own end zone, throwing and broken up and incomplete.
As we were talking about the schedule a little bit, like you said, you got Zumwalt. You're at Zumwalt East next week. You're home against Washington on the 16th. And like you said, you got Holt midway in the season, Vashon on the 30th, and they go to Liberty, and then their senior day, their last home game is Zumwalt South on the 14th.
Yeah, that's the helmet game. That's the big rivalry. So
the one I'm really interested in is Zumwalt West at the end of the season. That's going to be a good one.
I am too. And Zumwalt West this year jumping down to Class 5.
And aren't they in the same district as?
They are. So you're going to have to go through Zumwalt West more than likely twice this year. And you'll have a date with Howell, who more than likely is going to go to at least the state Final Four.
And Zumwalt West, right where they left off, they went to Eureka and beat Eureka 43-28.
Update on that Howell game, 21-14, under 1:30 in the second quarter.
I still have a feeling that game's going to be like 42-40 or something like that.
Yeah, Jackson is one explosive, well-oiled machine down there towards the boot heel. 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. And sweeping to the right is Braden Miller, who spins away and gets maybe 7.
I mean, Braden Miller was caught in the backfield and made a few white jerseys miss. And he was able to get, looks like a couple yards, but it was good play.
And yellow hankies all over. And
I've lost count. What's that, 12?
Yeah, I've lost count too. I think
that's at least 8 or 9.
Yeah, personal foul on North Point.
Nope.
And you played football. I mean, is there a lot of talking when officials start throwing their flags like this?
Not a whole lot. I mean, it was just so hard to. We faced a couple teams that would talk a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, we were not very good, so we really didn't have a response.
Yeah. You went 6-4 your senior year, didn't you?
No, we went 4-7.
Ah. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 20. Connor O'Neill has Andy Guthrie in the backfield. DJ Jones, the man in motion. And more laundry.
False start.
First and 15. That'll push him back. Futrell, Jones, Miller, and Hamilton. Jones, the man in motion. DJ going to get the handoff. Cuts the corner. Has a hole to the inside. And I believe he has that first.
It looks like he reached the ball out. He's able to get it. Oh, another flag. Sideline warning on someone.
Sideline warning on North Point as the rain starts to come down again.
I mean, I don't want to rip on the officials, but when you have both sidelines on you, that's not good, and it's not even halftime. Man. You've got to straighten it out.
I agree with that one. How you doing out there, Gavin? And you can't see it, but Gavin has a safety jacket over the camera and over himself.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. It's coming down again, the rain.
Connor O'Neill going to rumble forward and fall down. Looks like he might have got that first. They don't give him anything. 3rd down and 2. Lindbergh 7-3 over Ladue right now. 15 seconds left in the half.
7-3, Lindbergh's winning.
3rd down and 2. Ball on the 12. 3:20 left. O'Neill scrambling. Keeps it himself.
Good
down to the
spin.
5. Flag.
Probably another holding.
Was a great run by Connor.
Typically, when you make a spin move like that and you turn the field around a little bit, there's always going to be some kind of bad block involved. Sure, that's what it was. Based on Zumwalt North's reaction, it's probably a holding.
I'm going to hit something that we haven't done for a while. Penalty flag. Penalty flag. Penalty flag. Seen it for a while.
Seems like almost every other play there's a penalty. It's crazy.
$14-0. Zumwalt North with the lead. Connor O'Neill trying to extend that lead before halftime. A low snap. Keeps it himself and is brought down in the backfield. I'll say this, though. This North Point team, they play with some fire.
They are, yeah, especially after last week. They didn't have much with them at all. They must have gotten a little ticked. Because they are playing with a little aggression. Starting out, they were a little tense, but I guess since they realized they can stick with Zumwalt North, it's a little bit of aggression, a little reckless abandon out there.
And I also have to say this rain has something to do with it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last Friday was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Not too hot. It's been hotter.
Oh, it's been 95, 100 degrees this
Yeah.
time of year. Trust me, I would know.
4th down and 9, and it feels hotter on turf.
No, it feels great on turf.
Trips far side. O'Neill back to pass to the end zone. It's tipped and intercepted. I can't imagine that didn't hit the turf. So that is O'Neill's first interception of the year, but basically that's a short punt when you think about it, because they'll take the ball on about the 7.
Their own 7, yeah.
No lightning in the area. Eric, you're the resident weather guru. Why don't you check that radar for us?
Mm-hmm.
As the rain is starting to form a little bit of a haze. 1st and 10 for North Point, in the shadow of their own goalposts. Gregory throwing one.
Nice hit.
Caught, and a nice hit by Carter Madare. And Carter really taking the spot, and another good hit by him as that pass is incomplete. Last year, after Connor lost the starting job, he fell into that safety role and was very good. Carter has kind of taken that spot this year. 3rd down and 5 from the 12. I wonder if Coach Bacon will use his last time out if the clock continues to run here to get the ball back.
I would.
Yeah, what do you got to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Only a minute and a half left.
Minute and a half left here in the second. 14-0 Panthers. Grizzlies pinned back deep in their own territory. The outside linebackers show blitz.
Oh, man, right, untouched. Great. That's almost.
And right through came Shane Pruitt.
Oh, that was close to a safety. It was right on the goal line.
Right through the line came Shane Pruitt. Woohoo! Shakes of Parker Monty.
Yeah, Gregory Horde had no time. I mean, that ball was in his hand. He had 2 green jerseys right in his face. That was great.
Sacks are something that this Panther defense is very used to. They have the all-time Missouri State single-season sack leader within their ranks. Parker Monning graduated last year, chose academics over football, and went to Washington University in St. Louis, but is playing football for the Bears. But man, oh man, could he have thrived at a Lindenwood or a Carbondale. 24 sacks on the season. Beat the record by 3. And that record stood since 1993.
That's 24 sacks in 9 games plus a few playoff games. That's a lot. That's a lot in the pros, 24 sacks. They play 16, 17 games.
4th down and 15. Braden Miller stands at the 35. The punt is away, was tipped. And it rolls down to the 30. And that's where they'll down it, and they will have a minute to move the ball.
All right, I've said it once. Said it twice. Said it a third time. You got the ball on the opposite side of the field in enemy territory. You've got to punch this in. You limit the mistakes and punch this ball in right before the half. North Point, that'll deflate North Point a lot. Especially North Point is playing with a lot of energy right now.
First down and 10 from the 31-yard line. One minute left on the clock here in the second quarter. And this has kind of kept the mandatory water breaks.
There never really has been a flow in this game.
No, there hasn't. There's been timeouts, long discussions by the refs. Now another timeout. We'll step aside, take care of a little business, and be right back. 1 minute left to go in the half. Panthers with the ball, lead 14-0.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting powered by Prepcast. Panthers break the huddle. First down and 10 from the 31-yard line. 1 minute and change left on the clock. Here is Connor O'Neill. Gets the pitch out far side. Guthrie down the sideline. Stays in bounds. Got to get up to the line quickly here.
Well, it's a first down, so that clock's going to stop until they reset. Now it's go time.
Once again, O'Neill, first and 10 from the 19, 45 seconds. DJ Jones, the man in motion. O'Neill going to pull it down himself. Maybe get 5. That's an interesting play.
You need to throw it here.
And now you got to come set. The clock continues to run. 30 seconds.
You have no timeouts.
Second down and 5 from the 14-yard line. 25 seconds left here on the clock. Not a whole lot of urgency being shown here by the Panthers. O'Neill to the end zone, has Hamilton, rises up and makes the catch. Touchdown, Panthers. Maurice Hamilton.
No flags. That's huge. That's a big momentum gainer right there.
And this is a big momentum boost to go up 21-0 rather than possibly 14. Noah Page shanks that one, and somehow it gets through the upright.
That cleared the crossbar by about a foot.
Yes, it did. Just barely. As Zumwalt North makes it 21-0 with 14.9 left on the clock. We'll stay here for you. And Eric, this is your first half of really watching Zumwalt North football, and you're not really a stranger of GAC. You played in it, for 4 years. But I mean, again, I don't think Hal North played Zumwalt North very much.
I never played them. No, in the time I was in high school, we never played them. I think they only played Hal North, or Hal North has only played Zumwalt North, the last 2 years?
Yeah, the last couple of years.
And they're not on the schedule this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how close they are to each other. They're only about 10 miles from each other. They don't play each other.
Yeah, and you know what's even crazier? I'm really shocked that Zumwalt North doesn't, for goodwill, play Christian High School across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Page set to kick as the rain continues to fall. 21-0 here in the second. Page kicks it hard and low and bouncing. And right on the 30 is where the Grizzlies will take it with 12 seconds left and 21-0. I wouldn't be surprised if they just knee it.
I would. No need to take any chances here. If you're North Point.
Yeah, unless you just want to cock one up and throw it out of a shotgun.
I mean, they're just under 13 seconds. Yeah, I would say they're either going to just knee it, go to live another day in the second half, or just go for broke and just see what happens.
Back deep is Mark Futrell, and on the far side, Carter Madare. P.J. Henderson is kind of back deep. Everybody off the line here, just 3.
Yeah, they're going for something.
Here we go. Gregory shades, now is going to run, and that should probably knock out the clock as he just got back to the line. So, the horn sounds, and that will mark halftime here at Fisher Stadium. And not bad, Eric, I will have to say. The first quarter was a little hairy, but second quarter, I think the Panthers kind of wrote the ship a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but you had all the penalties and all that, but when they executed well. And if they could just cut those penalties down in the second half, then they execute as well as they did without the penalties, they'll be fine.
Now you saw Hal North play North Point last week. What was your impression if you're comparing the 2 first halves?
Well, actually, there's something going on in the field here. I'm curious what this is. I mean to interrupt you here.
Yeah,
what's going on?
There are the captains for both teams have converged on the field, and the referees are giving them a stern talking to here.
Interesting.
I have never seen this.
I've never seen this either.
You can kind of see it on your screen if you look around
it's around the
25-yard line. You can see that. We're not going to zoom in, but the captains have gathered at the field without the coaches. Coach Bacon is being talked to by 3 referees. North Point's coaches on the far side have not had anything, and now they break the huddle.
I've never seen that before.
No, and I've seen a game get pretty dirty.
And I don't want to, I'm not going to make any assumptions here on what it is, so I'm not going to say anything that. I'll just say it's interesting that happened.
It's interesting, and it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
That's the thing. You don't see, I've never seen officials get the captains together, unless something like a bench,
It was weird because the coaches weren't involved.
Yeah, I mean, now I did see one other time where captains and entire coaching staffs were called to the center of the field back at the state tournaments a couple of years ago. I think it was Lutheran North and Trinity. I think when Trinity won state.
I don't remember.
There was a bench clearing brawl, but never in a game like this, just when there's a lot of penalties being called. Coach Bacon walking off the field with the referees. He doesn't look none too happy. And he is normally not a very vocal kind of a guy. Very quiet, kind of sits back and relaxes and lets his assistants do the talking. But an interesting development here as we hit halftime. But to finish your point here, Eric, and we'll show the band and the halftime entertainment out here for you. We may not be able to stick a mic out, though, for weather purposes. We'll have to see. But
yeah.
When you're looking at both the games with Hal North and now Zumwalt North against North Point, the rain plays a part in this, but again, North Point, I wouldn't say is a bad football team. They just don't have the gel and don't have the experience.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. But yeah, they're just too new. They're lacking the talent right now. They got to build that up a little bit.
You can see they're trying to run passing plays. They just don't have much chemistry, much communication with the quarterback or anything. A lot of the passes were 5-6 yards away from the receivers. When they run the ball, it's been okay, but I think part of the thing is they're lacking a little bit of size up front. I mean, their quarterback is probably one of their biggest guys on the field. He's their quarter. Yeah, I mean, he's probably what 6'2", 6'3".
Gregory, yeah.
He's the biggest. He's up there with the size of the lineman, probably 6'2", 6'3", 240, 250.
So 21-0 as both teams head to the locker room in interesting fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you the rest of the halftime show here after we take care of a little business. And we'll be back with more Panther Broadcasting powered by Prepcast after halftime here on Prepcast.com.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific, one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Both sides were on the. I've never seen the officials get the captains together. I've never seen that before. That's what I'm saying. It was probably something like this. Really? Well, it's not even it's not their job. I mean, I don't know what I'm trying. I'm just trying to speculate what it could be.
Now entering the field is your 2022 Panther Pride Band. The Panther Pride Band has 115 members and is under the direction of Mr. Rob Babel, Mr. Patrick Stewart, and Mr. Matt Schultz. Percussion instructors are Rick Breyer and Derek Paplaw. Guard instructors are Alyssa Thompson, John Taco, Shelby Murray, and Zoe Miller. Additional staff includes Ethan Monroe and Lane Burwell. Tonight the band will be performing From Both Sides, featuring Hands Across the Sea by John Philip Sousa, Pegasus by Hank Levy, Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell, and 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. The band is led tonight by drum majors Hannah Bradford, Riley Smith, and Morgan Wettikin. Soloists tonight will be Liliana Hairston on flugelhorn. Later this month, the Panther Pride Band will kick off its competition season at Lafayette High School on September 24th. And in October, we'll perform at the Bands of America Super Regional at the Dome in downtown St. Louis, featuring 65 bands from across the Midwest. In June of 2023, the band will be traveling to Hawaii to perform at Pearl Harbor and the King Kamehameha Parade. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2022 Panther Pride Band. Just a reminder that the Fort Zumwalt North Booster Club operates a concession stand located near the stadium entrance. They offer the finest in sporting event fare at reasonable prices, and they would greatly appreciate your business.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. My name's Tom Hartbeck. I'm alongside Eric Callahan, and it is the start of the third quarter here. 21-0 Zumwalt North as it stands.
And it's still raining.
Yes, it is.
It's still raining. And like you were saying earlier, it's kind of a chilly rain.
Yeah, it really is.
It's deceptive because it's probably 75 degrees, but you can get chilly and stuff like this. Get a little bit of shivers.
Yeah, you start to kind of feel it. We took a lap around the grandstand here, and it does get a little soggy.
All right, let's get it going.
So, Noah Page set to kick. Kicks it deep.
That's a good kick. Make him go for it a little bit.
Caught at the 6. Down to the 15. That is Smith.
Good coverage. Keep him inside the 20.
So that keeps them inside the 20-yard line, and that's where North Point will start out. They mark them, let's see, at the 23-yard, 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They kept him inside the 20. That was great coverage.
21-zip. Zumwalt North on top right now. Can they get to the running clock? Well, they need 2 touchdowns to do it. 11:50 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Gregory calling signals with 4 wideouts. North stacks the box. Here comes the bull rush. The handoff to the running back up the middle. And, he's got some space. He gets 8 on the play. And a decent run that time by Dominic Colombato. Carter Madare on the tackle. They give him the first down, actually. 1st and 10 from the 28. Gregory, the handoff again, and this time snuffed out was the running back.
It's like Gabriel McGaffey.
Yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, I agree with that. Gabriel. That's a good running back name.
That's a
Gabriel McGaffey.
McGaffey, I like that. Yeah, I was short on words there for a second, but yeah, that's a good word.
When you're Irish, and you have a you've got a 4-syllable name.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just perfect. All right.
Or you got the Southern California name like Earl Campbell, something like that.
That's a good fake by the quarterback.
Brought down and a gain of about 6.
And that's what Zumwalt North has to definitely look out for now. They ran the ball, and then they had the sort of like a play action type setup and caught Zumwalt North off guard, and it was a gain of 8. They've got to keep an eye on the quarterback now. That's how you can fool people.
3rd down and 3 from the 35-yard line. 10:20 to go here in the third quarter.
As we would say, all right, get off the field. Come on, defense, get off the field.
Middle linebackers pinch in. Handoff up the middle.
Good
and he was stopped by a host of Panthers that time.
What did I just say? All right, defense, get off the field. And that see if they try to punt or go for it here. I think they would probably go for it. What do you got to lose now? But I don't know if you've noticed this, and maybe I'm seeing the wrong number, but it looks like the quarterback is also the punter. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. Maybe I'm seeing the different number.
I mean, it's not an uncommon occurrence. 4th down and 2 from the 36. They will go for this one.
They got 4 out wide.
4 wideouts to each side. Linebackers pinch in. Tucking it in to keep it, and
That looks like he got it.
Yep, just got it.
And
A nice run.
Zumwalt North was stuff in the box. They had 6 green jerseys inside the box.
Yeah, it's hard to stop that a lot. As long as you get 1 yard of push.
I mean, they had the right play call in there. They just got beat, and that happens.
1st and 10 Grizzlies. Ball on the 39-yard line. 21-0. They're down here with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Outside linebackers and inside pinch in. Gregory with the pass, and the pass is complete on the far side. A nice pitch and catch to his wide receiver, Mitchell Payette. 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3 from the 46-yard line. 8:40 to go.
It's kind of a cool last name, Payette. It's unique.
Yeah. A lot of times you'd say Payette, like Dimitri Payette, famous soccer player, but with the A, Payette. 2nd down and 3, 46-yard line, 8:20 to go.
Man in motion.
To the far side, that is Smith tucking it and running.
Good read by the defense.
A very good read as they pinch in and are able to stop him almost at the line.
That was a read option. The quarterback kept it, and they were able to keep contained, as I mentioned earlier. You keep contained on stuff like that.
And when you're reading that, basically what you're looking for is the linebackers. Are they going to go for the running back and not stop their stride, or are they going to stop? And if they do stop, normally you go with the quarterback that time. If they don't stop and they want to keep with the running back,
hand it off.
Gregory throws it far side. That's complete, but not going for much, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Sean Robinson was right on that. It was a good completion, but not much to gain there when you got the corner right on the receiver when the ball's coming.
4th down and 7 from the 42-yard line.
Well, it's like a carbon copy. They're within about 10 to 15 yards of midfield, and they're going for it on 4th down again.
4th down and 7 from the 42, 6:55 on the clock. They will go for it. North pinches, they throw, caught in the flat, 1st down.
Yep, just by a yard.
Nice pitch and catch once again. Nice reception by Trey Tannenful. Ball at midfield, 1st and 10 for North Point at the 50. 6:20 on the clock. North Point doing a good job here in their first drive.
Well, we're under 6 minutes in, but first flag.
Alrighty then. Flag on the play.
And it was before the snap. Couldn't tell what it was. I guess it was an illegal formation. That's typically what happens when it's a pre-snap penalty on the offense.
1st down and 15 is what we show. Ball on the 45. 6 minutes to go here. North Point holding the ball here for a while.
That looked a little odd. Looks like 55 P.J. Anderson was deking the O-line a little bit. He was right on the line, and I was watching him. But he was able to move and stay behind the line just enough to get North Point to jump. It's good instincts.
First and 20 on the 40-yard line. 21-0 Zumwalt North. North Point with the lead right now in terms of possession in the second half. Snap back to Gregory. He looks, he's rushed, goes to the near side trying to keep it himself, dumps it off, and incomplete. Second down and a mile.
Tell you what, you talk about a slow-moving drive.
Very.
They haven't gotten past midfield, and they've had the ball, the whole quarter?
About.
About the whole quarter, and they haven't gotten past midfield. They've gone fourth down twice, and they've completed it. But then a penalty pushed them back. Man in motion.
Far side. Gregory, the handoff to Smith.
Good stuff. Nice. It's a loss of 5.
And the North defense is really getting a push in there with their linebackers.
Yeah, that's definitely what they got to do. If you see it's an obvious run, you got to stuff the boxes. You're a little bit larger than they are size-wise, so you got to out-physical them up front. And
out physical.
Out physical.
Out physical.
Out physical. I'm lacking a term there. You know me, Mr. Man. A few words up here.
You got to out physical.
That's what our coach told us. Our coach was a man of few words. You got to get in there and out physical them, man. I'm like, okay, coach.
Incomplete. 4th down. That should be North ball here momentarily.
Well, they've gone for it twice. But it looks Zumwalt North has a man back. It looks like Braden Miller's back there, so I think they're expecting a punt now. I mean, with it being 4th and 22, you should punt it.
Yeah, they're showing punt too. Snap is back, a little high. They got it off. It is well short. Takes a North Point bounce and rolls down to the 32-yard line.
Took a weird bounce. It went straight up and almost looked like it took a Zumwalt North bounce, and it bounced and rolled another 5. You never know what those footballs are going to do when they bounce on the ground like that.
I forget what the actual term is for the shape of a football. But it's a very long mathematical term where you can't judge how the ball will bounce. It'll bounce different every time.
Prolate spheroid shape.
Prolate spheroid.
That's a long term for it's a weird shaped ball.
O'Neal looking.
Deep
Cannonball!
Oh, and it slipped out of his hands.
Yes, it did, and it is intercepted.
Oh, man.
Intended for Braden Miller and picked off by North Point's number 23, Gabe McCaffey.
And you could just tell O'Neal was heaving that down the field like he was throwing that 30 or 40 yards, and it barely made it past midfield. You could just tell right away that slipped out of his hands. So it's like we're right back where we were. North Point has the ball just before midfield.
$23. 21-0. And North kind of shoots themselves in the foot there momentarily. So we'll take a quick break and be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific, one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. My name's Tom Hartbeck. If you're just joining us, I'm alongside Eric Callahan, and Gavin Anderson's our cameraman today. Off the interception, North Point has a man in motion to the far side. Gregory, flush from the pocket, shovel pass.
Whoa, that was odd. Was that picked off?
Incomplete, they call it, but it was a shovel pass.
That was the longest shovel pass I think I've ever seen. It was like a 15-yard. He just I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw it up and see if somebody in white catches it. That's kind of what it looked like. That was a do-or-die type play.
And we discussed before the game, North is getting some new turf after this season. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but what is it like playing on quote-unquote dead turf like this?
It's weird because it doesn't really feel like there's anything underneath your feet. Because when we played at Zumwalt West and Zumwalt South, that was 7 years ago.
Right when they get...
And that turf was old then.
Yeah.
There was turf beads all over the side of the field. It's fast. It's a lot faster than new turf, but it's weird feeling. If you ever walk on turf like that, because you can tell that the blades are flattened, because everybody running on it for all these years. When they get the new turf next fall, it's going to be
plush.
It's going to be plush. It's going to look fresh, and then new turf technology now. I mean, it's been
one of the weirdest fields I've ever been on was DeSmet. When I was playing high school athletics, and their field had longer blades than any AstroTurf field I'd ever seen, as Gregory is rushed down in the backfield by a host of Panthers. But
I mean, I guess that's good, though, because that makes it feel a little more natural.
Well, it did, but you could physically put your hand down and actually feel blades. It didn't feel like quote-unquote grass. It was actually rubber, like I guess it was. You'd have to say it was shaggy.
I guess it's better than playing on rocky dirt in the middle of October like we did my sophomore year.
Oh, yeah.
That was rough.
You played on grass?
We had grass. We got turf installed in the summer of 2013 at Francis Howell North. We had grass my freshman and sophomore year, 2011 and 2012. And we would get to the middle of October when the season was midway, starting to wrap up type thing, a few weeks left. It would rain. We'd practice in the rain, and then the cleat holes would create like divots, and it was like rocky. And if you fell on it, it felt like it was literally because it felt like you fell on concrete because it would dry after a couple days.
Yep.
And landing on turf, it's like, wow, it's like landing on a soft bed, especially when it was brand new.
North takes over 1st and 10.
Much
Keeper.
better.
Pitch play. DJ Jones to the 30 and out of bounds.
Much smarter play call. I would say you want to keep the ball and you want to be safe with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if North only throws maybe 5 yards.
Well, now, I mean, for me looking down, it looks like a lot of the umbrellas are starting to disappear. And looking at the light stands, it looks like the rain it's still drizzling, but the rain is died down. So the ball may not be as wet now.
O'Neal to the far side, pitching it out to DJ, and he is stopped.
That's just a good read by the defense.
And excuse me, that was Dante Kerr on the run. Still 21-0 here, 2:08 left here in the third quarter.
Well, Zumwalt North is not playing with a lot of urgency on offense. I think they're starting to realize that they can burn the clock. Let's see how long they burn the play clock down. It's at 10 now.
3rd and 6.
Yeah, 7 left on the play clock.
This is DJ Jones. And he got maybe a couple on the play.
And the other thing this does do is you force North Point to start calling timeouts.
Yeah, and cycle your players in. 4th down and 4 from the 34-yard line.
Because if you force North Point to start calling timeouts, and they only have 3, they're going to go through them quickly to try to stop the clock. Eventually, they're not going to be able to stop the clock. If you get the ball back with a couple of minutes left, you get a first down or 2, game's over.
So now Dante Kerr sets up. Looks like North will punt.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep.
Got it off.
Oh,
Skied.
Dang.
And out. So that one barely gets past the 50.
That's rough. That's rough because that's North Point's best field position all game.
Yes, it is. And also,
or all that half, I mean.
That's why you see a lot of kids starting to favor that rugby-style punt. First and 10 from the 46-yard line. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. North Point comes out in North territory for the first time. Gregory a handoff. That's McAfee trying to rumble forward and is dragged down at the 45. Shane Pruitt on the tackle with 35 seconds left here. Probably time for one more play.
Yep.
Before we hit the fourth quarter. 21-0 is the score.
7 seconds between game clock and play. 7 to 6 seconds. It's about 6.5 between game clock and play clock.
Gregory throwing it to the far side of the field. A little trickery there. Got past the original line, and that should end the third quarter with 21-0 being the score. And even though that score line isn't great, you're going to have to take it. It's been a monsoon, but we will head to a break, and we will be right back here on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody, to Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. Quarter number 4 as we sit, 21-0. And the Panthers are in control of this one, but haven't had a great second half, I would have to say.
They've had the ball like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The Panthers have.
First and 10, North Point with the ball. They stand at midfield, back to pass Gregory, got one off.
Nice
Carter
hit.
Madare with the hit.
Carter McDare read that great. Right off the ball. You could tell right when that ball was thrown, he darted straight to the receiver. That's good eyes.
So as we sit, second down and 12. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Only 5 seconds left on the play clock for North Point.
Did not get it off.
That timeout has to be called.
They called timeout and did it just in time. We'll take one as well. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. 4th and 9 for North Point as they sit at the 45. They'll go for it. Reverse play.
Oh, beautiful read.
P.J. Henderson,
Wow.
everyone.
I mean, P.J. Henderson, that was a reverse, but there was no fooling P.J. Henderson. He was right there when they tried. I mean, he was in the backfield when they were reversing. You weren't going to fool him. That's for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere.
Nope. No, now it's Panther ball.
Panther ball in enemy territory because of the nice sack. So, with the short field,
You gotta put this in the end zone and put the nail in the coffin. That's for sure. And you can burn clock.
11-16. First and 10 from the 47. O'Neal has blockers. Cuts the corner to the 40, down to the 30, stays in bounds.
Wow.
And again, not as electric as Cairo Payne, but does like to run the ball and likes to hit people. I will say that. He
came in with no regard. He
Yeah.
just went straight into people.
He was a bull at the safety position last year after he lost the starting job to Peyton Hoker. Cardinals up 2-0 on the Cubs.
Tyler O'Neal with a single 2-run score.
Option play, getting it out to DJ Jones to the 30.
That's just
And
exactly what you want right there.
Stays in bounds, gets 5.
Everything about that was good. Got enough to keep the clock running because you get the first down, the clock stops. So you got enough to get enough to keep the clock running, but you're not far enough away from a first down.
As if they're not waterlogged enough, I've been watching the sideline, and Carter Madera has been standing at the water jug for about 3 plays now before P.J. Henderson came over and said, "It's my turn," and kicked him off it.
I mean, you don't want too much water. You get cramping in your stomach.
Yeah. Second down and 5. Low snap. O'Neal got the pitch off somehow. Braden Miller, and then is dragged down with a flag. Flag on the play. Holding on the offense. So a few subs coming in. Mark Futrell coming out and checking in is Shane Osman.
Yep, I was wondering when they were going to start putting in the subs.
Osman sits at the bottom of your screen. Just off screen now. Now they'll walk it back. After the penalty, second down and 22 from the 10. He's going to keep it himself. Rumbled down to the 39. That was a busted play, and Connor O'Neal goes right over to Coach Bacon to get a little talking to.
But again, you got the clock is running. Still got about 25 seconds, so you could get this down to just over 9 minutes left. So you could still burn a little bit of time here.
Quarter 4 on the scoreboard. Four wideouts. DJ Jones gonna get the handoff. Hits the hole. Shoestring tackle.
I tell you what, when he gets in open space, he's fast.
Yes, he is.
He's amazing.
He can run it, and he runs downhill.
5'8", 190 is what he's listed as, and he uses every one of those 180 pounds.
Fourth down and 9 from the 29.
Why not go for it? Let's burn it up.
DJ Jones around the corner, stays on his feet to the end zone, dragging a man in, and he's into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Man, oh man, does he like to run. Touchdown Panthers, that makes it 27-0.
He just dragged a couple of defenders. I thought he might have been a yard short. He ran into a defender, and he just pushed him.
Yeah, he did. He pushed him and kept running and running and chugging his legs, and it looks like this may be coming back.
Wow. Boy, he can't catch a break.
No, he can't.
That's rough. That's what, three touchdowns that have been called back for him?
Yeah.
Gosh.
And
he keeps going, though, so that's good for him.
Heck, that would make 5 rushing touchdowns. The record is 7. We'd be hoping he gets into record territory. Fourth down and 15. North will once again go for it. This time Andy Guthrie is on the field with Shane Pruitt. Now the Panthers will take a timeout, so will we. It is 21-0 still after the Panthers had the touchdown called back. 8:27 to go.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. North with the ball, 4th and 15 from the 36. Here we go. O'Neal back to pass, looking, sets his feet, puts it to the end zone, diving, and incomplete. Braden Miller is upset with himself. It hit him in the hands.
Oh, man.
Braden Miller unhappy. So maybe this game should be about 35-ish, nothing.
It's crazy.
Yep. But when you start hitting the weather button a little bit and you start seeing all the penalties we've had, you can't be too surprised.
Yep. That tends to happen when you get weather. You get a little bit of adversity going on.
8:15 to go. Gregory back to pass and throws out of the sack. And a flag on the play.
That was a pretty quick, he got rid of the ball pretty quick there. He was not out of the tackle box. Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one. Intentional grounding.
Now that rule is different than in the pros, isn't it?
Well, the rule that I know of is
you got to be out of the tackle box, which is basically out.
You have to be
outside the line.
Outside the line. The tackle box is what, like 5 yards, 10. That's about 10 yards wide, I'm guessing. I'm guesstimating here. You either have to be on the rollout, out of the tackle box, or I think the receiver has to be within like 5 yards.
Yeah,
of
and
the ball.
You have to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because otherwise, if the ball is in play behind the line, that's a fumble.
Yeah,
and you can pick that ball up.
So there's a loss of down. 2nd and 28. Gregory gets pelted. And a short gain. Third down and 28.
It is 9 o'clock straight up.
Yep.
On a Friday night in O'Fallon.
21-0. The script is a little different today. And a little bit more to cheer about, but still not, I think Coach Bacon will say, far, far from perfect.
Mm-hmm. If you play those good teams, this is not going to get it done. And I'm sure that's what he'll say.
Just like the coverage on that play, they do get a lot back, but still going to be 4th down. And the Panthers should now have decent field position.
So what does that make it? About 4th and 15, 4th and 16?
And looks like we got a cramp up on the field. So next week we'll be on the road for the first time as we head to Zumwalt East.
Zumwalt North or East, excuse me.
Yeah, Zumwalt East.
We're at Zumwalt North.
Yeah. Zumwalt East, one of the rare instances in high school football in St. Louis where the grandstand is actually not the homestand.
Yeah, the side with the press box is the road stands. It's the weirdest thing. Well, what it is they built the home stands into the school.
Into the hill, yeah.
Into the hill. And then there's big windows behind the home stands, and that's where, like, the cafeteria and stuff is. And so there's no really place to put a press box.
Yeah, so they put the press box on the far side of the field. And what's good about it, it's away from the sun.
Exactly.
Decent bounce. Down just inside the 45.
Hey, only a couple more weeks, and that sun's going to be down at kickoff. We won't have the sun in our face.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Once we get to around October, sunsets before 7 o'clock. It's dark by kickoff. I tell you what, as a former player, there was nothing better walking on the field when the lights were already on and it was dark. That was pretty cool. That got the juices flowing for sure.
Oh, yeah. Friday night lights, nothing like it. Used to winning here in Fisher Stadium last week, the 9th loss in the last 10 years at home. O'Neal rumbles forward,
stayed up.
Somehow got through.
He might be gone.
Now he's got room. It's a foot race. Still alive and inside the 15.
You talk about running with some heart. That's amazing because he had 5 white jerseys on him when you make contact with people, and he stayed down. He stayed going. He kept his feet going.
Back behind the play, we got an injured player. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Or the stadium there.
Vandalia Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287. Vandalia Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Boxes.
Vandalia Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287. Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Van Dale.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. O'Neal gonna tuck it himself, and he's sacked. Six minutes left in this one. Heading to Zumwalt East next week. Then after that, you've got Washington.
Washington at home.
Yeah.
That's a game to watch out for. I'm interested in that one for sure.
And normally that is homecoming. Up the middle. DJ Jones.
DJ Jones, the ball carrier for the Panthers. He had 9 in the play.
So he gets 9, third down and 3. Trey Terraful, the tackler. 5:25 left on the clock here. 21-0 our score. Zumwalt North in command. Jones the man in motion. Jones around the corner. Jones to the pylon.
Just short.
Just short.
Come on, let's get him another touchdown. Let's get him another one. He's scored 4, and he's only accounted for 1.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, they give it to him on the 2-yard line. Come on.
Well, he scores here. This puts it away.
Yeah, you could do 21-0 in 5 minutes if you had a couple of onside kicks or pick sixes.
Crazy things happen in this game, man. Crazy things happen.
Yeah. Holiday Bowl, Mizzou and BYU.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Jones. Touchdown, Panthers. Finally gets the scamper to break the plane.
Good for him.
Yeah, he needed that. He's had a rough night.
Mm-hmm. I mean, first play of the game, he had 75 yards called back.
Yeah, I mean, 75 yards. I mean, it was 90. It was 90 to the house.
Mm.
So we get set. Snap back, ball is down. Kick is up. And good. 28-0 as we have 5 minutes left in this one. You are watching Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
To get that extra 10%. Reach the next level with Athletic Republic. Athletic Republic is science-based performance sports training, delivering intense, position-specific one-on-one training. Stop working out and start training. Visit your local Athletic Republic training center today. Athletic Republic, where athletes who give 110% get the extra 10%.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. You're just joining us. My name's Tom Hartbeck. I'm alongside Eric Gallahan. Gavin Anderson has braved the elements on the camera today.
He is a legend.
Yeah, he's a little soggy right now.
Gonna give him a round of applause.
Yeah, he's all right. Gavin has endured a lot the past 4 years. A tarp at Chaminade. Using his mask during COVID to shield the camera.
Boy, man of all trades.
Yes. He's gone on roofs in snow. It's been crazy as that one is covered perfectly. Still no turbo clock. Couple of updates from around the area. Lindbergh is up 17-3. St. Mary's 42-8. Now 49-8.
Do you got a St. Charles High score? Because I'm curious about that
No,
one.
I do not.
Because that's where my boys play next week. They play at home against St. Charles High.
The Pirates.
Yep, Francis Howell North plays quote-unquote home.
Little shovel pass to the 7. Looks like it actually was complete to Aeneas Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Francis Howell North is getting a new high school, if anybody's driven by there. And so they've dug all that field up and everything. They're playing their home games at Francis Howell Central last fall, this fall, and probably the next couple falls.
And update for... Doesn't look like CBC has an update right now. Oh, they've got East St. Louis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes. Gateway Sports Venue picked them to lose to Macon, and they were wrong. So we'll have to see how they do against East St. Louis. St. Mary's, though, rolling once again this year. Prepcast's longest tenured client. St. Mary's Dragons down there in South City. Lindbergh up 23-17 with 5 minutes left here. Short little run, that makes it 3rd down and 1. Whoa.
Yep, St. Charles Pirates are losing to Warrensburg 50-0 with 3 minutes to go. That is definitely a turbo clock situation.
Wow. Woo!
I'll tell you what.
50-0.
Yeah.
Well, heck, this was 45-0 last week.
Yep. You just never know what's going to happen in high school football. I mean, you never know. It's so hard to predict.
Bad snap, whole line jumped.
First false start offensive line.
So as the season kind of progresses here, we'll be right back on Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast.
Bus Lines has been serving the St. Louis metropolitan area since 1932, and they take pride in their well-maintained fleet of clean, comfortable, European-style motor coaches and vans. Whether you're interested in a tour of the beautiful and historic St. Louis area or a charter trip to the lower 48 continental United States or parts of Canada, it's Vandalia Bus Lines, the largest fleet in the St. Louis area. Call them at 800-542-4287.
Welcome back, everybody. Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. Sorry about that one. It was an incomplete pass by Gregory and then turnover on downs. North will have a short field here and a chance to put the clock into turbo. Lucas Newcomb in at quarterback. Man in motion, far side. Tucking it and into the end zone. Great run. Kellen Watson. Excuse me, no, that was Aaron Schrader. Threes look like eights, everybody, in that font. I am very sorry. From this far away. Would have been easier if they were going the other way. Snapback ball down, kick up, and it's good. So 35-0 at the kickoff. The clock will run as the turbo clock is engaged here in the second half. Howell is about to win against Jackson, 41-14.
Yep, Howell is definitely back. That's for sure.
Getting set for the kickoff. So 35-0. On this kick, the clock will run except for first downs.
I think it's just on injuries.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Timeouts and scores.
And out of the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, you're right. Timeouts and scores. As the clock will run. Once this next ball is snapped.
So we are wrapping things up.
9:17 in the evening.
It's not bad. Under 2.5 hours for high school football.
No, it's not bad. I've seen longer.
Go to a Mizzou game in Columbia. You're in the middle of the third quarter right now.
Oh, yeah.
Guy standing out there with a 3-minute, 30-second commercial break.
And that goes final, 41-14.
Wow.
Howell over the defending state champs in Class 5, Jackson.
It looks like North Point is kind of conceding this thing here, trying to see who their quarterback is. I don't think it's their starter anymore. I think Hoyt Gregory is out of there. No, he's still in there. Never mind. I thought it was a number 2. It's still number 7.
Yeah, Aeneas Smith took a couple of snaps early in the game.
But the first play North Point ran was a run.
Yeah. Second down and 10 from the 20. Gregory, pass complete. Not a bad little quarterback, but just doesn't have the blocking up front.
Yeah, just doesn't have the blocking, doesn't quite have the receiving chemistry yet. Now, they still got some time. If you're North Point, you can get it together at the end of the year. If you could string a couple wins together, that's a good confidence builder for a brand new program.
But Howell,
that's amazing.
Sending a message to Class 5 as that one is tipped. Incomplete.
50 seconds.
And that Howell situation is interesting. Class 6 mandated to be at 32 schools. Howell misses the cutoff point by 45 kids.
So Howell, who was dominating Class 6 essentially, goes lower and is now definitely going to dominate.
Yeah. Well, they weren't dominating. They were like perennial quarterfinals.
I mean, Zumwalt West did the same thing.
Yeah.
Zumwalt West is in the same district with Zumwalt North.
We'll see how the Jaguars fare this year. As they put one up.
Ooh.
And incomplete. Broken up.
Clock will stop here with a change of possession.
Was broken up by Jawan Thomas.
Mm-hmm. So 7.
And the clock will run here with 13 seconds. Panthers will not run a play.
It's winding down.
And you can put a bow on this one. 2 seconds and 1. Here's the horn. And the Panthers will take this one final by a score of 35-0. Not much to say. I mean, it was not pretty by any means, though.
No, but ugly wins are better than pretty losses. I heard that quote a few months ago. So they struggled early, but they were able to keep the shutout going. They were able to get some points on the board regardless of the offensive struggle. And then, again, they were able to keep North Point off the board. They gained their confidence, put up a couple scores in the second half, and put it away.
Yeah, and when they put it up, I mean, I got to think this, you know, for this game, you had 2 touchdowns called back.
Mm-hmm.
You had numerous penalties. I mean, penalties were an issue.
I heard 14.
Yeah, penalties.
But I don't know the number for sure.
Yeah, penalties were definitely an issue. And as we look back on this game, I think you're going to have a lot of film study still to do.
Oh, for sure.
For this game. I mean, North Point, now granted, they had a good game last week. Were not able to get the win. And here, you do what you wanted to do, was blank out North Point after being blanked out by Howell.
Mm-hmm.
But now as you look forward to Zumwalt East, who you beat, you know, put 60 points up on.
Zumwalt East, that's another winnable game. And the only thing is it's on the road, so you got a little bit of that road crowd to deal with. But, again, Zumwalt East has been a struggling program the last handful of years. And like you said, beat them pretty handily the last few years. So that's another one you got to build on for next week.
Yeah, and honestly, it was what North wanted to do. Maybe not exactly how they wanted to do it, but I think they'll take it nonetheless. As we look at the final score in this one, Panthers on top of North Point, 35-0 the final. Next week, we will be on the road in St. Peter's at Fort Zumwalt East. Then we'll head home for Washington. That will be a measuring stick game this season, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Player of the game for me, Eric, I am probably going to have to say DJ Jones, just because of the rough night he had. And
he would have had 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, and the
probably
stat
250 yards.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And he set the tone as well. And on defense, Carter Madare, we said his name plenty of times tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's slotted into that safety position where the hole was left by Connor O'Neill very well. And looks like he will be pretty comfortable there as the season goes on. So, after a Week 1 blunder, the Panthers get back on the winning track. They top North Point by a final of 35-0. For my partner, Eric Callahan, our cameraman, Gavin Anderson, my name's Tom Hartbeck. Panthers roll in this one. We'll see you next week when they take on the Lions of Zumwalt East.